PS4.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 60 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of the
Bears defense almost had him.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
The Washington team.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week, because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they got the 2nd straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they hit.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's got Thompson here, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take
4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen.
Oh, my God.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Bears take over. So here come the Bears under 2nd-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be brought out by the 2-time MVP in the NFL, who's now in his 15th season, Aaron Rodgers.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still,
oh my
over 500
God.
yards.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. Devontae Adams. 83 yards.
83
as his
yards.
guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Look at how Aaron
An ideal
Rodgers
start for them, really. You
got
force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7-0 game.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
My Bears defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
This Bears defense playing really good in the game.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the number of spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Akeem
Hicks, his second sack of the night.
You
never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put it on the ground.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Rodgers now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Chicago!
Touchdown, Chicago!
2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers as the Bears push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think
watch how Rodgers
thinking about altering their game plan.
Throws the football. Watch how Rodgers throws the football to Davante Adams like that. And he ran it. He ran all the way to the touchdown. Look. Watch how Rodgers gets the ball. He focuses on Davante Adams. He thought he was going to throw it to Larry Fitzgerald or his tight end. He throws it to an open man, Davante Adams. Wow.
And whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Redskins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Haskins will throw, and that is incomplete.
Haskins almost had it.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
You know why I'm itchy? I'm very itchy.
On the return is Cohen.
Cohen, oh my God.
A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves there, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that...
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Oh, my God.
Good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Flag.
But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
1st and
10. To throw is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Was there a touchdown? Was there a touchdown? Was there a touchdown? Was there a touchdown? I think it was a touchdown. Yeah.
Right now.
They're going to go through the whole
it's a touchdown.
Things, changing coverages.
It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown.
You know, what are we going to do to
Let's
put a man on?
Let's see.
The big
if
thing
it's a
to
touchdown.
me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location.
Let's see if it's a touchdown.
Sometimes you're up on him. Sometimes you're back.
It is
just change
a
up
touchdown.
the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
It's a touchdown. Yeah, it's a touchdown. I think it's a touchdown. I think.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it did.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
20-0.
Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right?
Holy
big
cow.
pass play, puts them in position,
Lamar
turn
Miller.
right around and hand it off.
Got it.
And you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Extra point kind of knuckling home, but it is good. And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run.
My dog Kobe's asleep.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Any Pinheiro.
This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Number 22 almost had it.
A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, 2 teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4. The Jets and the Niners. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up
Jets and the Niners.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to have a 3rd down. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries.
Redskins are on 3rd down.
3. They'll try and get it with Geis.
Oh, Geis.
He brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They have the first down.
Really?
A gain of 4 yards.
Really? Really, Geis? Will Lamar Miller run it?
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Eddie
Goldman with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
I think the Bears are going to be
on the play
undefeated
this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
The Bears are going to be undefeated.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage,
Buster
free safety
screen.
was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on,
Buster
how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down.
Oh my God! What the heck? That was close. That was close.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century.
Oh my God.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman, our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and
Really? You gotta be kidding me.
Action.
What the heck?
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
3rd.
On 3rd down, Miller. Escapes the
Miller.
defender.
Miller. Oh.
That
Miller.
22,
Lamar
first
Miller.
down.
Look at Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller got a first down. How did he get it?
That shouldn't be an issue.
Aaron Rodgers
they talk about taking the
almost
crowd
had
and
the
taking them out of the
sack,
game by picking
but
up first
Lamar
downs and keeping them
Miller.
at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller.
Oh, Lamar Miller.
Lose yardage.
Lamar Miller almost hit it.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he will lose yardage here.
Oh no, Lamar Miller.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
I lost yards.
Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Rodgers is going to stay on the field.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers.
Oh, no.
To escape, and he goes down.
They sacked
Sweat, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Sacked Aaron
I'm not really
Rodgers.
sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before
what was that from Rodgers?
He's going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore.
No.
I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo. where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. 28-13, the final score. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there.
Tyreek Cohen
When he
almost
gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Tyreek Cohen hurt himself. I think Tyreek Cohen hurt his arm or his hand, I think.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 28-0.
Risk. Torn shoulder. Jimmy Graham has a torn shoulder. Jimmy Graham torn his shoulder.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
His shoulder.
This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
When the Bears will have
the Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be
3rd down.
Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taken in at the 22. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
How did Anthony Miller, number 14, got hurt? 319.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for, and this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taking you to 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Give him that Kyle play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Rodgers is going to get.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Rodgers is going to get.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On first down, Rodgers looking deep for it. He's got a man, complete. And
Rodgers is tired. He's thirsty again.
all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 43 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Lauletta. Looking deep for Adams. And that is
Oh, Lord.
what a grab at the 8. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. And that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him,
has
whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
44-yard catch.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Lauletta. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
We're going to see if number 8.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Folded like a lawn chair. That's funny.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense got it.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a long time, no doubt.
And they're bringing him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
I got it.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Just like that. Just like that.
Get it. On first down, it's Lawletta. Looking deep for Adams. And
that was close.
They try to sneak in a deep blow, but the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It's just me and you.
Here's Lawletta looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35.
He got it.
A huge play there for Chicago.
A huge
yards.
Play for Chicago.
Another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lawletta to throw. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Davante Adams, 31 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point, not all that convincing, but he does tuck it in there. And that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
My,
you got to get
what
points.
The heck?
And okay, all right,
what
I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
What kind of throw was
start the
that?
drive, but that one incomplete.
What
Another pass attempt,
that?
another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the fourth quarter here, you've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
What kind of throw was that?
In today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Redskins on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42.
You almost had me. Really?
Haskins looking to throw on first down.
Get him.
It's hauled in here by Edmond. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Come on, Bears.
The Redskins on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy can hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out. So it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
What kind of work was that?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, let's accelerating, and off he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Khalil Mack.
Racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Haskins
Oh!
And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined. Nope. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
63.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Really
yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Mack with the sack again.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Here's Haskins to throw. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. Man, maybe a little too cute there on the return, losing 13 yards, but his guys get the football back. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And
it's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to
number
because the
8
old school
throws
in me
it
is
to
not happy about
Adams.
this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
No.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
I didn't touch it.
On first down, it's Haskins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Haskins, and he finds the tight end, Reed.
That's it, baby.
A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Davis.
Thank you.
Not a day in my life. Lost my
scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons.
I'm going to end the stream, guys. I gotta go.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
I gotta get ready for this.
I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them baguettes.
I'm on the screen right now. Thank you for coming to my stream, and